looking for this missing village. They had arrived and found the village was completely empty. All the people were gone. Some Viking ragers covered in fungus had showed up, and the party had fought them. Yeah, creepers. The party had fought them, and it was a hard-fought battle. The first time the party had been really tested. Bidley jumped from the top ropes and smashed somebody. And after reuniting with Ninkoa and Asungak, finding out that there had been more of these creatures, and they had tracked down the cave they were coming from that appeared to have been like a tunnel that had come across from the island of Kalva. The party made the decision to head back to Frostholm and collect their ship, and...
I thought you sweared for a second there.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Language. Their ship.
Their voyaging mechanism.
Boat for the children on the stream.
I knew Cody would like that one.
What? And some explosives I think were talked about. Maybe. Across Icemark, they had gone to this location where a Varki village had gone missing. Found the village. The people are in fact missing. While the Varki leader Ninkoa and one of the scouts Asungak were out looking for missing villagers, a bunch of Vikings covered in fungus showed up and invited the party to join their fungus-covered cult. And we can't show that as brand. We're not sponsored by anybody. Yep,
demonetized.
Demonetized right there. We're not sponsored by anybody. But they... Yeah, some really great stuff, though. But, we, So, yeah, the party fought, got tested pretty hard. After they got done, reunited with Ninkoa and Asungak. Asungak had located the cave where these... fungus Vikings have been coming from and where supposedly the villagers may have been taken. The party made the decision to travel back to Frostholm to get their boat. Yeah. And on the way back, they stopped at that fishing hut they'd seen the first time to find another cold wind, this one, Windy Jack, who specialized in making fish hooks. Thoroughly to the enjoyment of the party and absolutely creeping out Gixrat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He doesn't like cold winds.
Nothing creeps Gixrat out.
Just cold winds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the party then continued on the way back to Frostholm. So with that...
the home
prizes.
Prizes. We have prizes tonight.
BT
because we're playing for a weekend and multiple times, we have a couple prizes. So I'm going to keep track of all the natural 20s people roll.
Like this one.
Against all the rolls. So that would be initiative, skill checks, or attacks, divided by total rolls. So,
or all three.
It helps to roll, but you don't get better percentage by not rolling.
Wait, you're taking a dividing number?
Natural 20s, natural 1s. So, the person that rolls the most natural 1s will get a voucher for a Hero Forge STL.
Oh!
They'll need a new character soon.
Oh, let me tell you.
The person that rolls the most natural 20s will get some fancy D20s and a Hero Forge STL.
What kind of D20 is that?
Big and tiny.
Oh, nice.
And then at the end of this weekend, we can vote one player, and Parker is in on all of these as
I
well,
am.
because of his percentages. We could vote one player as the MVP, maybe for damage or great action,
Yeah.
and I have a special prize for that as well.
Sweet.
Oh my.
I'm gonna do a flying leap from a massive height because I can't get damaged.
As long as it's cooler than everyone
Well, I'm
else.
gonna make it cool.
Are you sure about that?
Oh,
I'm gonna dive off, and as I'm falling, shout to Jason to toss his kukri. I'll catch it in midair and just impale him
You're gonna roll a nat
in
one
slow mo.
and just end up like the like the silhouette in the snow. Like, you took no damage to the snowdrift, but there's this cat-shaped in the snow out there.
How many backflips? I need to know.
Huh?
How many backflips?
Dude, I'd probably hit around 200 backflips before I hit the ground.
That's impossible. Aerodynamically,
Nothing's impossible.
infeasible. Nothing's impossible with
Depends on the
Karzjo.
And the roll.
As long as Karzjo meditates deeply enough.
I have cat luck.
It would be so hard to do 200 backflips and then stop your angular momentum.
That's what I'm saying. He would just turn.
I
into a
don't need to
vortex.
stop my angular momentum.
Start
I just need
generating
the
his own-
angular momentum to
Generating
carry
his own
me
gravitational
into them.
force.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
that like one attack would have like 5 different rolls. It'd be amazing.
Impossible.
It'd be like roll
Unless
for
you're holding it
athletics, roll
backwards.
for acrobatics, roll to hit.
For cool points.
Because I'd be awesome.
Are you just gonna like use that spinning angular momentum to try and like smack somebody in the face with your foot or like with your knife? Do you just turn into a Beyblade?
Just start spinning on the ground like,
like levitating by your tail?
All right.
Yeah.
So with that,
I roll to play. Well, we're on a shift, right?
No,
no, not right now.
you're about
we're still hiking, right? Or
yeah. You were hiking your way back. You had about a day to go to get to.
I roll to play a song for our weary travels.
Go for it.
Woe is me!
Oh, by the way, you all get one
Performance die.
check to if you want to. It's not
How do
a
you-
proper die. I wouldn't use it. It's got no 12 and 2 10s. They're replacing it. Remember?
Oh.
I got that email. They messed up the numbers. There's two 10s and no 12.
Are they
you're
replacing
getting-
it for free?
Yeah, they're replacing it for free.
Oh. Alright,
I
I'll
think
use
I got replaced it for free, and they gave me like a gift card
Use the big
or
one.
discount or something.
I will not use that one. It gives me really bad luck.
I just
So
figured
does
I'd
every
warn
other
you.
guy.
It's like,
Impossible.
It's funny to let you keep going and be like,
Impossible!
He's pulling a Gixrat.
Yeah. ready
natural
for this?
one.
Y'all ready
You all
for
have
that?
1 hero point, by the way, to start the session.
Well, he's
Just
going to
one.
use the one
Just
hero
one.
point right off the bat.
That one new one.
18!
pretty good.
Let's go! I didn't even gotta give you the performance for that.
It's probably
Plus
the best
21.
song.
That's
Let me
just
freestyle
about
it
the best
real
we've
quick.
heard.
Yo, we up here in the mountains. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
With your
And
With
as
my-
Gixrat,
Modern poetry. Oh yes. We gallivant, we parade through the mountains today. We fly through the sky, we soar and parade. We go our own way, merry and gay. We say to all of you creatures,
Good day.
taste blade.
All right.
yeah, with
I
that,
found that inspiring.
you are inspired
Boom.
by Gixrat's play.
Let's go. Is that like an extra D6 or?
I mean,
Yeah, please say yes.
to walk. You walk faster.
No, it's an inspiration
We can walk.
die. It's an inspiration die.
I mean, someone
That's
can
how,
inspiration.
that's how it works in D&D.
Did you?
Come on, be like the cool
did you
kids.
do inspiration?
But you're just walking.
I rolled to perform, and
All
now
right.
you feel inspired.
You all feel inspired. You
One
have a
extra D6 inspired dice.
extra D6 inspired dice until the end of the day.
Until the end of the day.
Yeah.
D6.
Wait, is
So-
it the morning or the evening?
On
It's
that
like morning.
D20.
You're walking.
Extra
Any
D6 for
D20
anything,
roll.
so I can add that to my D20 rolls.
Yeah,
There's 1d6.
I can get a natty 26.
yeah, yep. Or you can get a natty 2.
If that was the case, I could get a natty. I could get a natty 20 by rolling a
Well, what-
6 and a
14.
A 14.
Yeah, but it wouldn't count as like a. It wouldn't count. As
Natty 6. It's a point. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Can I do a fortitude save against allergies?
If you want
There's
to.
there's no allergies.
You're just trying to pad your
Tell
rolls.
that to my nose.
All right.
Tell that to my nose. Oof, 7.
Yeah, you fail the allergy check.
Yeah, that's not feeling
Gixrat,
great.
this song is going great.
Gixrat
The
is
next
0
thing you
for
know,
2.
That's you!
yeah, Gixrat, it's like, allergies.
Ugh, rough, mate.
It's supposed to suck.
Bloody rough.
So with that, a day of walking, you end up back at Frostholm by the end of the night.
Do we see any animals throughout the day? Does things look normal in this area?
Things are pretty normal. There's not much
We're
for...
pretty close to the ocean here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're
cool
half day away from where this
brisk
village
breeze.
was.
Mhm.
Right.
And the
The aqueous vapor floating through the sky.
supposed caves or Tukalva is away from us, that peninsula.
I've had no sense of direction this entire time. I'm just following you guys.
It's the map.
we have
It's the map.
I only have a rough idea of where I'm going.
Map time.
Find the map, find the map.
We need your dad, Zach, to form us some ninja stars so we can pin our map to the back here.
You know, he actually could.
I know
That he wouldn't even have to forge those.
So if you see
You just
here,
need to steal. Yeah,
at the
so
top-
he could just grind it.
is it...
a little bit lower. Yeah, that's good.
Alright, so... Frostholm isn't on the map.
oh gosh dang it.
It's like right here, where you came from. Where the village you were looking for is like right here.
I've been blind this whole time.
And then Kalva is here. And so that cave is up in here and it goes under the ocean up to here.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
And that's a long, like... That's like a 10
cave?
mile... There's a tunnel
You
that
mean like
runs
a
from...
cape? Or...
There's a tunnel that runs underground from... There's a
What?
cave here.
Oh, okay.
And a tunnel that runs from
was-
Kalva to here. And that's like a 15,
Was that
20 mile long
a
tunnel.
Sungok that told us that?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And we're okay.
You're currently up here getting your boat so you can come back with explosives and
Yeah.
stuff.
We've seen no further signs of weird activity or anything like that. Huh?
Not really. It's
Have we
everything
done a-
you've seen for weird activity has been like down in here.
Have we done
someplace
perception checks for that? Or
For weird activity?
Yeah.
near.
I don't remember any
Well,
perception checks,
while we're
man.
back there,
I'm just saying.
I think those perception checks on the way there, and you heard like, cause you heard like the whispering wind and polar bears one night, but you didn't actually hear. You didn't see anything else really.
Yeah, and then sneezing all over
Oh,
his
and then,
playing instrument.
Elthoron having the weird dreams.
right?
I'm playing Dick Dale now.
Because I tasted
The mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
Wait, did my man get turned?
For a little bit.
That's funny.
It was like 3 months ago.
He's a
Yeah, I remember.
He's
Yeah,
a
I
very
wasn't
fun
there.
guy. Yeah.
Gixrat was there, just not in spirit, you know.
Yeah.
Wink. No. Sometimes it's not always about killing stuff. I want to.
So-
you know what?
I want to
wanna
roll to
start-
kill the closest thing to me.
I want to start a. I
All
want to
right.
start a bug culture. Can I do
A
that?
book culture.
A bug culture. I'll start collecting bugs.
I'm pretty sure bugs kill things.
Exactly. I will assemble an army.
You said it. No, everything's about killing. Bugs kill.
All right.
a lot.
So
Well,
easily enough, you make
This
it
did turn
into
dark,
Frostholm before the end of the day,
okay.
or towards the end of the day. It's getting late.
That's a little bit further north.
Yeah.
Are we-
Frostholm
and
is
We're past the cave now.
Frostholm. You're up here. This is where your boat is.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So we're back to our boat.
Yes. You're back to your boat.
Gotcha. So we've entered south, done this line.
Should we try to get anything in town, or jump right on the boat and head? Did you mention explosives at one point?
Man, how much gold do I even have? You know, I really wonder.
Who's the other guy? Sungok and
You should
Ninkoa.
see. You should see the other guy.
Nankoa. We are prepared to get our ship and head back down south to see if we can take care of this cave system. Do you have any recommendations or supplies we could get for maybe dealing with caves in this area?
I would. We will want. I would assume rope for sure.
Yes.
If nothing else, our goal is to rescue our people that are there, and if they are not in their right minds, rope would be needed to secure them and bring them back.
To maybe restrain them.
Yes, I can acquire some rope. But as far as dealing with the cave, that is outside of my area of expertise, and I will leave that to you to decide. what it is that you want.
Well, do you have any tips, any legends, any stories of the cave? You mean the gnomes?
That's all.
We're not-
That's all the way
The
back.
gnomes are like a 3-day boat ride
Yeah.
the other direction.
Homie?
I'm feeling pretty inspired. I think we can row faster
Yeah.
than that.
I think so. Thank you, Karzjo, for really just feeling it with me, today. You
He
caught,
can
my,
set
you
the
caught
tempo.
my vibe.
Yeah, he can set the tempo with his singing.
You caught my vibe. He's riding it. He's got the Ray-Bans on. He's like...
I mean, we do not know what we are going into. We have rumors of a cave system, but
The
we
unknown-
do have villagers that we are hoping to rescue and keeping this mold from spreading. So I would think time is of the essence. But
Very much.
I don't want to die either, so...
Well, the unknown
Tricky
can be
situation.
exhilarating. What?
You have the hand cannon.
We do have a hand cannon.
You have that.
No.
I'm-
Someone, no, Cody,
That
Baryakamule
He's-
steering
it's
it.
probably better for his stature. They would knock me back a few inches.
He still may use it
He
to knock
leans
you back
over.
a few inches.
So, I mean,
With his
potentially,
1-inch punch, Bruce Lee.
if the caves are very close under the
Holds.
seabed, possibly we could flood the caves. But we don't know how deep these caves are.
That sounds elaborate. Complex.
No idea.
Very,
I have underwater marauder,
oh my gosh.
and I have a potion of water breathing. So
my
flood the
God.
cave. I'll go swimming.
Oh my god. Wait, you're a cat. You're a cat. Are there any cats in this fantasy world known to like it, just in general, that
Jaguars.
actually swim?
Tigers.
Oh, okay, big cats.
Tigers love
yeah.
it. I'm a big cat.
Yeah, I guess
Have you
so.
seen my character?
Yeah. Where is that, by the way? Where are the
They're all up in the shelf.
So,
Keep them safe.
Oh,
we
there
have
it is.
heard
Shelf
of
can.
Heck yeah.
gunpowder explosives. But that was back in... I don't even remember the place.
Some time
I
ago.
don't think we have any up here. We could ask aboard the ship, but this is a pretty remote outpost.
Yes.
I would talk to your ship's captain. He's not everything. He's more than he seems, and he might be able to help you with some of this.
In that case, I say we head right for the ship. Nankoa can grab us some rope. Anything else we should grab before we leave. If time is of the essence.
As Baryakamule just angrily and sunderingly grunts.
You must know, my friends.
Who is... Can I roll perception checks to just kind of get a read on Yaki?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
It's been a minute. I'm just checking in with my homie? Question mark? My
See if he wants to kill you right away.
my affiliate. One more. Ha. It's a 5.
Pretty hard to read.
Yeah. Well, shoot. That's unfortunate.
Baryakamele's giving you that cool 1,000-yard stare, and you're like,
What history do you bear, O wise Minotaur?
Why do you hate me so?
I ask truly. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see that. What is it?
Exactly. As blurry.
Oh, it's an axe! I see it now. That's interesting.
That's a car. What are you talking about?
I don't, man. Where did you get that, bro?
It's a loaf of bread.
It looks like a real axe. It looks like it'll really hurt you. Well, I will do my best not to step in your way, Mr. Yaki, but may
That's
you
what
not
he uses to defend his
may you
wife.
not discount my ability to fly. I hit the sky like a bird,
Let's get that
even though I'm a monkey. I try to resemble all
So,
creeds and kinds.
That is something.
is there anything else we need? Or shall we head right for the boat? I mean,
I don't mean to be flashy or
I
anything.
mean, knowing your crew, they're probably in the tavern.
Do we want to turn this camera a teeny bit?
No, it's fine.
Well, I guess we take a poll. Under
I'm walking for the tavern.
principles of okay. Well, gosh darn it. I guess.
Well, there's an
I guess I'm.
17.
I guess I'm following Aden.
Yep. We kinda.
Aden decides to lead the way. My indecision.
He doesn't even say anything. He's like, and just turns and starts like strutting his way to the
And
tavern.
We're
Gixrat's
kinda
like, let's talk this out.
My knowledge of Aden is enough that when he just decides to go into a decisive mode, all I can do is just follow begrudgingly. So, so I go ahead and do that. I'm just following Aden. Whatever.
So you walk into the tavern, and you've been here before. But it's comforting to, after 7 days in a frozen wasteland, to walk in and smell a fresh fire and food and
Quickly scan for the
ale.
captain.
And sitting at one of the tables in the middle is the captain, and I can't remember the first mate's name. I forgot her name, and it's not written down in any of my books that I have here. So I've got too many notebooks.
Gonna have to invent
but
You
one.
hired a new one.
She's dead. Karen.
Karen.
It's pronounced Quran.
Okay, her name is now Karen.
Who's okay. And it's
Ron?
Captain Rock, right?
Rock. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's wrong.
Oh.
I head straight for the bar.
Because there was Cole was the giant, half giant who works on the ship.
Yes.
But I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the first mate's name.
I'm just gonna put an accent, like an E above her name, Karan.
Does it have all the other? No.
Man. Is anybody speaking any foreign languages?
Nope. Everyone here seems to be locals.
tongue.
Yep. Everything's
Okay.
in common.
Alright, well, that makes my job easy.
You have a job?
None that you know of.
He actually is employed by this tavern.
Oh yeah, you are.
Wait, I am?
You were.
You got them discounts the one night you stayed and nobody slept in their rooms. Like half you went to the longhouse, you were knocked out on the floor and Aiden slept at the table.
We got
Good times.
our worth place.
Yeah.
Well, I go up to the bar and 2 drinks.
Alright. That'll be
I ordered 3. Just to one up him.
Should like.
Smoke my catnip. Easy enough. It's a couple silver for drinks.
All right. I take him right over to Rock.
I drink all of them. I drink all 3.
I start smoking my catnip.
I smack one down right in front of Captain Rock.
Ah! Well,
Put a couple berries in it.
look what the cat dragged in.
I did not.
We are back after our
You brought him
short
back alive, didn't you?
little venture off.
He followed. I did bring.
True. How was your short little adventure?
Well, let's just say we seem to have found what might be causing the sources of the problems of the local people. And so we would like to leave immediately, or as soon as your ship can possibly leave port, to head right back down southwest to get closer to this point where we believe there are problems and take care of it as soon as we can.
Southwest. I'm sorry, I have navigational.
That's right.
I travel southwest.
We could
Yes.
have the ship
Cannot
ready
believe you
by.
said with me before.
It would take maybe
Just
an hour to get the ship ready.
And would the tides be ready at that time as well?
Everything. Yes, we should be.
I do not want to make any mistakes, but I believe time is of the essence.
We could easily be ready to roll in about an hour.
All right then.
And with that, if you would want to, and he turns to the crew and asks 2 of the crewmates that are there to go and take word back to the ship. And so next thing you know, you see the crew outside of him and Karen clear out of the bar. And Karan head back to the boat.
All right.
Okay.
We shall be there within the hour.
So,
Say-
what is your
And I calmly.
problem that you need to take care of?
Oh, well, it's confidential.
Really now?
Yes.
Performance check?
No, it's diplomacy. It's the same thing, I think. I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm just...
So it's one of those ones where, like, you know, in
Just watching
Scooby-Doo,
the
where
light.
everyone's sitting there talking, and like Scooby's in the background, like,
And then the ghost.
And so you've got like over here, Rock trying to talk to Aden and Gixrat, and they're being icy, and back in the background, Baryakamule like covered in grass.
No context. We're not even talking about the mold at the point that he's doing this.
Yeah.
You just see him acting it out.
I'm watching Rock just to make sure that he's looking up Baryakamule.
He's giving you kind of an eyebrow. Well,
I'm like, you better be watching.
it sounds
told you
like
I
it
didn't bring
was
him.
pretty interesting.
Well,
It's called Nunya.
I believe we shall have time to discuss it on the journey. But I think for now we should keep quiet of what we have seen,
Very well.
if you don't mind.
We don't want to get the locals, you know, jiffies in a bunch, I mean, if you know what I mean. I just invented that term. It's quite modern.
That sounds like you just invented it. Very well then.
Do you need anything from us that we can assist, or supplies we should gather before
Your
leaving?
trousers in a trunkle.
I mean, we tend to be pretty well prepared on board. Anything you think you might need, fetch it, have it with you. But otherwise, we should be pretty well prepared.
All right.
Do
We
you know
thank you
anybody
for
who-
your expediency. We shall be on board within the hour.
Have you found anybody around these parts that like games?
Like games.
Yes. Does anybody have a spirit around here?
The world is at stake.
Okay, Mr.
And
Serious.
you want to play games.
It's called... It's a
If
balance
we're in better
between-
spirits, we're more likely
Yes.
to succeed.
You see, I work and play.
There's a, I actually learned about this.
Is
great
the
new
world
game.
really at stake? Because
I
it's a
learned-
massive world. That's
I
a
actually
loaded
learned-
statement, first of all.
Karen's
I've
gonna-
been everywhere. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Karen's gonna be like, you know, actually, I learned this great new game while you were out doing stuff.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, it's called Nunya.
Oh my.
She's gonna finish her drink and walk off.
I'm gonna learn how to play that one.
Actually, I'm gonna roll for burn. No, natural 9, nothing.
It's alright.
Her timing's terrible.
It's
She
called...
thinks it's cool, but it's really awkward
Nunya.
and forced. And you're like,
She's
oh,
like 21
no.
Jump Street, like the guy doing
Yeah.
the percentage. Oh,
She waits
Oh,
until
yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
forgotten the conversation and then comes
And
up
she's
and
like,
says,
oh yes, now I... Yeah, nope, misses it completely.
I just looked deadpan at her with icy, soulless eyes. And I just take a sip of my ale and go on.
Yeah.
Your 3 ales.
And I just like
Yeah.
trounce off.
So with that, one at a time.
It's almost like you have experience. Cody.
Let's not be indulgent here.
Rock's gonna finish his food and drink and head back to the boat. And you have about an hour to round up anything you might need before heading back to the ship.
Was everyone there at the table when we were talking with Rock?
yeah. Well, I was. I don't know what Gixrat was doing.
I mean, Baryakamule's in the background.
What does it look like?
Yeah, Baryakamule was out.
Zombies and fish hooks and explosives and...
Then I shall quickly explain. The boat is secured and ready to travel within the hour. So, anything else we need?
He just stares blankly at you.
Are there any special supplies?
I use my
Should
horn of
request.
fog
Mhm.
and kind of like create this little vortex of mist around this cup. Like one of my cups, one of my ales. I set down the other one. I have one, and I walk over to Baryakamule and I hand it to him.
The misty one?
Yeah, the misty one.
Ooh.
It's like a lava cake, or like a
I have never had a lava cake that was
no.
smoking.
It's like dry ice. It's like
Oh.
it looks like dry ice.
Those are very
It's like a
different
casket
things.
of. I know. I don't know why I said that. It's like a casket of dry
They're
ice with liquid
very
nitrogen
similar.
or something.
One's full of molten
What is
chocolate
this? It
and
just
one
keeps-
is
it
full of
just keeps,
freezing.
like-
ice and fire.
It keeps
They're
like going
polar opposites.
down and just kind of like creating more fog and mist and just kind of dissipating off the side of the table. And I just kind of walk off unannounced.
You were asking about other supplies, Elthoron. I
Maybe-
frankly
maybe
do
some-
not know what could help with such things. I still have the supplies we were given by the Queen.
Perhaps some digging tools?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Do we know if anything would be open this hour.
Does he drink it or not?
Is Nanko with us?
Not yet. Actually, wait. No, Nanko would be
You're
with
asking
you.
about Baryakamule.
Let's ask the
Yes.
bartender. See if there's any
Nanko would be
digging
with you.
tools.
Assume Gok's not here at the moment.
any digging tools around. Do I need to do?
My hands. These bare knucks.
You
These
wanna
two
ask
guns.
One of those people.
Yeah.
If you ask the bartender, and I don't have her name either. She would be like, she would tell you that, yeah, actually there's a supply shed around the back that I can get you into, and you'd be able to find shovels, picks. I don't know what else you would need for digging, but you'd be able to find stuff like that.
Great. Okay, so I'll
Excavation time.
go around back with
Yep.
bartender.
She'll let you into like a little shed, and there's
I'll grab a shovel. Is anyone else going?
No. I'm sitting at the bar. I'm still waiting to see if.
Do you have a better idea?
This man is for a yak. He's awfully inventive. Does he drink my tankard yet?
Does he drink?
Not very many at this point. They've all kind of. There's a few that weren't part of the crew, and they're still hanging around, but otherwise everyone else is gone.
Whoa. The fog you drink? Oh.
He's gonna stare at you with like wide, horrified eyes and be like, okay. I'm just like, pound it.
It's empty.
It's empty?
Psych!
So you see him try, and,
Get pranked!
and then fog just like out of his nose and mouth a little bit. And then he's like, there wasn't anything in there. It's empty. And he holds it down. Fog just keeps pouring and pouring
Dude,
and
I'm
pouring
laughing
and
like
pouring
I
and pouring.
actually pulled it. Oh! Woo! Woo!
Thank you.
Dude, I genuinely felt like I pulled that prank. Holy crap.
Nice.
Wow. That was real. That was real.
Am I the only one who went around back?
I probably would have followed you.
I'll probably grab a pickaxe too, and then take those down to the ship. Or is there anything else you wanted to look for while you're back there in the shed?
It's just tools.
Yep. Just, I mean, a lot of it also is like, you know, like yard tools for like there's normal shovels,
Yeah. So the
hoe, pickaxe, rakes, maybe a
biggest-
scythe or two, a snow shovel.
Dude, I'm gonna
So
highlight
we
that.
need
so I
a-
take that
the biggest
and
pickaxe
I,
and shovel.
What is
I
Karzjo
decide
doing?
that Karzjo decides that as a bounty hunter, he needs a scythe.
You're taking a
That's
scythe.
awfully peculiar of you.
All right.
That
you
sounds
have-
like
Can we-
a
scythe?
decapitory tool
Can we
there.
make like promises that we'll return everything
Yeah.
in good condition?
Yeah.
And then
Karzjo's just like walking around,
not
like
have to pay for
looking
it.
all insidious, just like
feel free to borrow it. Bring it back when you're done.
Right to the middle of
Oh
the
my
bar.
gosh.
Yeah. We can square it away then.
I speak in Amaroon and I say, what you got planned for that one? Feline fella.
I'll respond back in Amaroon, just be like, it makes me look cool.
And I wink. And say nothing more.
Nothing more, just it makes me look cool.
Cool. Nice.
So
The
I'm headed
worst
in-
weapon
I'm
for
carrying the tools down
sneaking
to the
because it
ship.
like sticks up so
We're-
high
we're
as
heading
I'm
down to the
like
ship.
crawling in the grass. You just see like a scythe like bobbing around,
That's awfully impractical.
try and like carry it behind me as I go, and it just cuts the grass and makes a defined trail.
It's like the opposite of Pathfinder trace. Give your opponents advantage to track you.
He sure looks cool though.
Yeah. So yeah, as you start heading down to the ship, when you get down there, Asundok is down at the ship with 3 other Varki, like young Varki warriors as well. So you have a few more people with you now.
Oh, excellent.
Because I'm a cat wearing a dog carrying a scythe.
Do they speak Barky?
They would speak Varki, yeah.
I cast comprehend languages.
Oh. This is like the evening, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's starting. Sun's starting to go down.
It's been a new day, I'm guessing, because we
We should-
slept after. Did we sleep after that encounter?
We didn't sleep. We haven't gone
You
to
did.
bed yet.
You slept.
Oh, wait,
overnight
we
that
slept
time.
overnight?
It's a 2-day trek.
You walked once. You slept once.
Oh.
Morning of day 2, you found Windy Jack's place.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I recover health equal to my con plus my level, which is
I thought we already did all that recovery.
okay. You should be whatever.
Pretty close
I need it. Comprehend language.
Up to.
That's what I say. So,
I'm at full health.
yeah, because it's heightened up to level 3.
Oh, no, I'm at full health because Jason rolled that ridiculous roll where he gave me like
Really?
150 health and I can only hold like 98.
For an hour. You do the hour of healing.
Yeah.
Listen.
He healed me like double what I can carry.
Ow,
Oh no,
now.
I have 118 health.
Okay, so I comprehend language. I say, so Varki people, whereabout do you hail?
From all over.
From
Icemark.
Varkatha.
Icemark. This is our ancestral homeland, and we.
You heard much about that Estrid figure? Or is she more of a tall?
Estrid?
Yes. She more of a tall tale to you people.
I mean, we're not savages. We're aware of what's going on
Okay.
around us.
Alright.
She's actually pretty
So
short.
you're not isolated.
Not
That's good to know.
completely isolated.
Okay.
We keep track of the goings on of the world.
And how about La Baba Witch?
I mean,
For or
The
against?
witches-
Friend or foe? Or neither? Are you a neutral
neither
party?
with us. The witches have more of a feud with the orphan people.
Mm.
They're definitely not our friends, but we have not gone out of our way to make enemies of them yet.
Mm.
And part of that is that they haven't really encroached upon our land that we know of.
And what the heck was the name of Baba Yaga's daughter?
The current daughter? What is her name? It's in the lore book.
We need to consult our sources. It's just totally, this is absolutely necessary, I'm sorry.
It's necessary to look up Baba Yaga's daughter so we can consult and be like,
It truly is.
Are you guys
We're,
still up in the tavern?
It's on the dock.
we're walking on the dock, yeah.
That's,
Okay.
that's where the.
Yeah, we
Alright.
grabbed the tools.
Yep. Okay. White witches. Anastasia.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. I hear Anastasia is. Well, I asked him first. Leading question. Do you know much about the Fae? Wild creatures, no doubt. I've come across one myself. A cold one, in fact.
They are
Awfully crazy figure.
They hate him.
really.
You can't understand what's going on.
There are the occasional Fae that cross over into our plane, and some of them are peaceful and just enjoy living on the land and share it with the rest of us. Some of the Fae can be dangerous and not as good of neighbors, and when dangerous Fae arrive, we tend to eradicate them from. If they move into our territory, we tend to force them out, just because it's not worth keeping around a risk like that.
Yes. Well, it makes perfect sense. I mean, they do belong, according to the ancient books. I've spent some years trying to learn about them. The Feywild, they call them that for a reason. But unlike any other, in my opinion, neither creature nor mystical, magical. They don't belong to the weave or reality, it seems. I ought to show you mine sometime.
For one who
Your
studied them as
weave?
much as he did,
My
they
reality?
really hate him.
my Fey.
Oh, you're a Fae.
Yes, I can tell you for a fact. In my years, I've known most to be truly neutral to this world. Just like anybody else, they just want to live. And I did hear a rumor that Anastasia, I'm gonna roll deception here, that Anastasia was found
Go for roll deception.
protecting Feywild. Perhaps for the better. And then I also cast Summon Fey.
Do you have Summon Fae?
Yes, sir!
Oh my gosh! All right. So
Look at this little guy.
what are we summoning?
We summon a pixie. It's a little
Say a pixie.
Yeah, it's a pixie.
Accidentally summons Whaley Jack in his shower cap. Just like, what?
She flies and she looks graceful and beautiful and free and just kind of sits on my hand and kind of like sits around looking a little bit impatient. Looks to me, waves, looks to the Varky and also waves. And she goes. And I cast Deception and I say, you know what? I could have sworn I saw or heard. No, saw Anastasia and myself. We come from the Thanemans. We were just there. Saving. Going on a crusade, you might say. To rescue the Fae of the Grungir. I dare say these elfin people are perhaps wrongly opposed
To the Fae?
to the Fae and by proxy the Baba Yaga. I might also say, keep this between you and me. They might be greatly misunderstood.
Roll a deception check.
You gotta roll for this.
Yeah, we gotta see it. We gotta see it. Natural 1. Natural 1. What are we getting?
I'm gonna hero point it.
Close,
I'm gonna hero point it. 11. Ah! Come on! Ah, okay, but I do have a really good deception, so 28.
28. Huh? What is... Yeah.
I guess you don't really have to tell me the results. It's more so just.
Just like
Can I get advantage for rolling with the Fae?
I mean, with the
Take
28...
the upper results. In which case it'd be 11, which that would be 30. What?
Yeah. I mean, the 28 is still gonna be okay.
Okay. You didn't have to tell me that.
No, but they're like... Interesting. So, what is your whole personal stake in this matter, then?
Oh, I have none whatsoever. I know my people.
Then
I know where I come from. And I know injustice when I see it.
if you
And
have
and
no-
misunderstanding.
True, I guess. But if you have no stake, what are you doing here?
Well, I was shipwrecked here. I did have a steak, and I still do, and I have many steaks, in fact. They're delicious. But my agenda can wait while I do my best to reaccumulate a ship. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, that's what I'm seeking out. We have to get back home. Absalom, far south is where we come from. And I can tell you in my time and experience here, seeing the creatures that I have, hearing about the tales that I have, I realize the Fae have more of a significant purpose here and an impact than I thought. So I'd say just keep an eye out for all the sides, rather than just one or two.
We try to stay neutral here and take care of our own as much as possible. But we thank you for any aid you are.
We'll keep an eye out against the elfin people. I correct myself.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on them.
Those elfin and their beautiful golden hair. Deceiving, I tell you.
Yeah. So as you're having this conversation, everyone else has been showing up, loading the little supplies onto the boat. And as this is going on, Captain Rock would get up at the top of the ramp and give you the call that. Are you all ready? If so, we can cast off immediately. We're good to push off.
Okay, great.
And I will assume Captain Rock, in the direction we shall be heading, Asungak or Nankoa can probably guide you the best in this area.
Very well. We can run close to shore. And it shouldn't take us long to get there. And with that, it's just giving orders, gets the ship cast off, and
My goodness.
you
How
get
dare you.
on your way.
I just drank down the wrong pipe.
It is nighttime now, and consulting charts and your maps and talking over with the Sungak and Nankoa, you would come to the conclusion that you'll probably be there, shortly after dawn in the morning. So you have the option of sleeping tonight and getting a full night's rest before jumping in tomorrow, or, it's up to you.
I'm feeling pretty in need of some rest. I've had 3 sips of ale and it's only daytime.
You burned like 6 spells in the last 2 conversations.
It was really rough, man. It consumed a lot of energy.
We can
He puts
discuss
on his elven
this
clothes.
matter when we arrive. At the moment, I do not have any ideas. But a good rest should help.
As one
not
question though for you,
intimidating at all.
as we're making this approach, is this? You still haven't told us specifically what it is that we're up against. Is this something you would recommend running dark tonight? And should we be running with weapons armed and ready, or is it something where we can just go with flying normal colors and pretend we're a merchant ship and then deal with things in the morning?
Do you have cannon fire?
We do not.
Didn't they have harpoon things at the end of their ship?
cannons.
Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. I figured we could probably make a breach in the dam and cause a flood with cannons from the ship.
That would have been a great idea.
Woulda, coulda.
We have a hinge. It's
So,
about the same thing.
Captain Rock,
Yeah.
Nankoa can fill in the parts of our story that we might miss or leave out, as well as a Sungak. But in our journeys to the Varki village, where we were seeking a source of these disappearances, we discovered a strange growth, you could say, a plant-like thing, apparently from another realm, the Fey realm, they say. And it seems to... yes, our friend over here tasted it a little, and he claims that it seems to mind control people, and
Yeah.
subsequently we were
Strong tolerance.
attacked by some Elfen, it seemed, with not their full wits about them, I would say. But they seemed to come against us, seeking to spread this growth that they had upon themselves. And we defeated them with some difficulty, as apparently the growth itself was also living and can control the dead bodies of these people.
Interesting.
And so,
Pretty wacko, huh?
from the descriptions that Nankoa and the Sungak, and I let them fill it a bit more,
Yeah.
we believe this is coming from the island of Kalva, if you are aware of that place, and we hope to cut off as much as possible as it may be spreading to the continent itself.
I see.
At the moment, we're not clear on exactly how this might happen, but we believe there is a cave that was seen running under the ocean, and if we could stop or fill in that, that may be our best option.
Can't help but
Very
think
well.
it has a respiratory illness of some kind.
We can.
And so, to your question, I believe you may know these waters better than we do and the people in these areas. It should not matter, evening or day, that we arrive there, as we believe this seems to just infect some of the people and possibly creatures of the area. But we have heard rumors of pirates in these areas, and so maybe flying different colors would aid you. But I shall leave that up to you.
Are you the Pirates of Broken Bay?
That's
Not his voice. Yeah.
Oh,
That
that sounds
is
like
what
rock.
we
That sounds like rock.
He did. It's. I didn't get it.
Broken Bay?
Bro.
Unbelievable.
Broken Bay.
I mean, yeah, dude. Totally.
Not to go into details, but our vessel is on, you could say, friendly terms with the pirates at Broken Bay. We have passage to and from there as need be.
That is good news.
Yes, so pirates will not be a major issue for this part of the
We know
Sounds like
what's going
something
on
a
here.
pirate would say.
We know everything that's going on here.
I unsheath my knife. I don't have a knife. Shoot. I take my banjo and I hold it up to him and I say, "Now, Rook, you wouldn't be one of these fellows of the Broken Bay, would you?"
Of course not. I'm not even an orphan. Gentlemen, it's time I fill
That's
you in
what
on.
an undercover double agent would say. Okay, never
It's
mind.
time I fill you in on my part of the business. If you don't have to sleep immediately.
Please.
Because you came from Tyra, right?
I came from Tyra. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
I'm not too worried then.
we are smugglers, and we are the best in the business. And
Smugglers.
we were
Could you
hired
imagine?
Unbelievable.
by Tyra's father to get her out of the country, to smuggle her out so she could hunt Elthoron without her siblings, her older brothers, trying to stop her. And so that is where our connection to Tyra started. We now pool undercover missions for her in exchange for permission to use their waters. But that includes getting through barricades and shipping goods that might not be considered on the up and up to the best buyers, and sometimes that includes Broken Bay. In fact, the last job we ran was to Broken Bay.
Okay.
So it is something where the ship is fast, the ship is well armed, but the armaments are hidden. So we can appear to be your typical freighter or merchant ship, but we can also fight when need be. So we can supply you for anything you might need for this endeavor, but being boarded by pirates is not much of a concern right now.
Do you have any pets?
Pets?
Yeah.
Why would I have any pets?
I don't know. Just keep you entertained.
That's what we have passengers for.
You can have our monkey if you like.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I was
Don't you
actually
dare.
I was thinking about
Unhandy.
taking that Coldwin as a pet. He would be a
Unhandy.
fantastic mascot.
Right now. Right now. I will not have this.
Now, Captain Rock,
Yes.
you have piqued my interest.
I'm sorry,
Your
what?
connections that you have. I must ask, what is your stake in aiding Queen Tyra now? You've done it in the past.
Again, passage through her waters. And
The moolah.
yes, we also ship in to
You know what they say.
the Thanelands. When we came in, we brought in a shipment of magical weapons for specific use by the Raven Guard, because magic weapons and the shipping of them is still not trusted by, everything magical has to be connected to witches over there. And so we are paid handsomely to move stuff like that. And occasionally people like you.
You know what they say. Money talks, Varky walks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just say,
He
Captain
laughed so
Rock,
hard his mic cut off.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I'm glad you have been so forthcoming with us. I commend you on your ability to make the right connections in these lands, and I see you have done quite well. So thank you for
Yes.
continuing to sail with us.
Reflex.
I mean, he has to roll the poke.
What are your reflex saving to do?
Cody, are you rolling the
Dodge
poke?
Nope. 30.
He has
He
to roll the poke.
he dodged away from you trying to poke him for some reason. So
That's not an athletics check to poke. That's an acrobatics check.
What?
To poke?
What? To poke?
To poke.
What kind of acrobatics is
You have
he
to
doing
be
when
fast
poking?
to poke.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. You dare.
I was so slow.
Oh. So you deftly dip out of the way of this poke that, like,
I'm feeling pretty like
You got his attention though.
taut right now. What do you want? What? like. Yeah. Sorry, I can't see you, man. You just. Okay. Yeah. 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 I feel you. I've been wanting to do this entire time.
I am going to return to my quarters.
Oh. Oh, ask him if he has explosives. Oh, not explode him. Oh. Oh. Well, that's less climactic than I had wished for. You were perhaps a little bit too benevolent today. Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever. Okay. Rock. Mr.
Yes.
Smuggler. I'm sure you're aware that there might be a few tariffs and embargoes known to gunpowder and explosives around these parts in high quantities, but I have to ask with your trading circles or smuggling circles if you know of any immediate place, depositories, perhaps secret outlets where we can acquire some heavy impact.
we can outfit you with demolition kits for put you on shore.
Oh my gosh.
That way you're not
How much
spending
is
all
that-
day swinging those pickaxes.
Is that like going to cost anything in gold or?
Oh, we'll get it down to Tyra in the end.
Oh my!
She wants to make
She's
build
in our
lines.
she's our budget here. Oh my!
So by this time, I'm already walking back to our sleeping areas. I'm just gonna walk through the ship and
Do they itemize? 7 pounds of detonated explosives.
Like a hospital. 5,000 gold per grain of gunpowder,
oh my
plus a
goodness.
per second
That's
feed of
expensive.
packet.
That sounds like laundering to me, sir.
It's
the barrel of gunpowder is 5 gold. The fuse is 250.
yeah.
3,000 in wire transfers to Cuba.
Yeah.
What the heck is this offshore?
That's it. Yeah, that's $3,000 money transfers to Broken Bay.
Uh-huh.
Whereupon they transfer 10,000 money transfers to
Yeah, it's just going around.
The other way.
You don't, yeah, totally.
Anastasia,
Yeah, honestly.
and they
yeah,
ship
no,
the weapons over to Broken
Yep,
Bay,
totally.
and they pick up the weapons and take them to Queen Tyra,
You know,
who uses them in defense.
This is
against
a little bit of
Anastasia.
a piece of trivia, but the gangs in Japan right now, to money launder, are using magic cards because you can sell them for like a 1-to-1 on. They're like incredibly worthwhile. Like one card can be worth like $200.
Well, that's because it's been around since the 70s and it's still around.
Yes, exactly.
Quite possible.
I deal in magic cards only.
I would like to, knowing that they've shipped magical weapons, and whatnot, as I traverse through the ship getting back to the sleeping areas, I would like to just look, assuming I'll roll, for anything that would maybe stick out on a ship like this. I can't recognize magical, but you know, something of a higher quality than expected.
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Perception, it's a 34.
34. With a 34, when you get down to like the cargo hold and you're looking around, you can start to realize, just like taking a thorough look, you can start to realize that what seems like ordinary stores and fabric and stuff like that is honestly all like facades. It's like crates that are only so deep and racks of barrels that are actually all hollow barrels that aren't.
I would easily
So-
recognize this.
With that kind of roll, yeah, you'd recognize that.
I've
There's some
seen this
smuggling
before.
nooks and crannies hidden around the ship, and there's ways to hide things here when need be.
Alright.
With your experience being on ships and
Oh yes.
doing stuff like that, you would have an idea.
They've
That
done quite a good job. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're on the ship right now, right?
Yes.
We're on the ship right
Is
now.
it nighttime?
It is nighttime.
I'm going back to sleep.
Is Rock in his quarters yet?
No, he's up on the top deck.
Will he ever be?
You're talking
Can I?
about them right now.
I mean, he's probably working through the night to get you guys there in the first thing in the morning so you can save the day.
Okay, great. I act as though I am going to sleep.
Roll a deception check.
Go for it.
Don't make me do this.
You can finish it.
Wow! I'm going to sleep. Wink.
Wink, wink. How good of a roll is that?
What, for deception?
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled 15, homie. So, I mean, that's a 35, dog.
Very well. Then have a,
What'd you
Sleep
roll for crafting,
well.
Cody?
I guess.
Oh, yes, I shall.
Remember
I
what
shall,
happened-
Rock. I'll sleep very well.
Do you remember what happened last time you stayed awake throughout the night?
Oh, and by the way, your friend
Memory's
came back
foggy.
while you were
Well,
gone.
that's the time where you got caught by a whaley.
You're
And we
Yeah.
couldn't help you because you were out of bed away and he snuck up on you and just ran off with you.
Good times.
By the way,
Rock.
while you're going to bed, your friend came back while you were gone, and we, the cursing, banging one, and we chased him off the one time he came back, but he only
Yeah.
came back once, so you should be all right. We'll keep a tight eye out
That's
tonight.
not comforting at all.
We'll
It's
have
okay.
a night watch tonight. You'll
It
be
should
fine.
be.
Don't worry.
Are you kidding? What?
He did start summoning Fae, so his pixie could have gone to the Fae, back to the Fae realm when it dissummoned, and just is
two pixie sticks.
sold him out for some pixie sticks.
Now Willie Jack is just rowing through the night.
Yeah, I feel his presence. I really do.
Oh my god, Jargon.
Well, I am just waiting for everyone to be asleep, except for my boy Rock.
Does someone want to give me a roll for, as they're all going to bed, a roll for events tonight, as they're running through the night?
Like a D20.
I'll roll.
Yeah, so give me a D20.
The run die is yours. 17.
17.
17? Okay.
That's a good roll. That was like the most passive roll ever. Just
Okay, perfect.
natty one.
Well, I
Doesn't
guess that's
count.
not your strategy.
It doesn't
Good
count.
thing I took.
Okay. Well, I mean, doesn't that?
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't rolling for.
All right. Fine.
So, we're sleeping.
I don't know. Are there like penalties for getting a 1? I forgot.
What?
You know the competition.
No, it's a separate. Whoever rolls the most ones, whoever rolls the most 20s.
Oh. I see.
2 prizes.
No one's a loser.
2 people are winners. Everyone else is that. 3
All right.
people can win something.
Fine with that. I'm just gonna grab some popcorn here and pretend like it's my bag of
I'm sleeping.
berries. I have a bag of berries that I eat and I snack on. And they're like ultra sweet berries from Absalom. I only save them for special occasions.
Karzjo is gonna fall asleep
That's savage, bro.
hugging his new scythe.
Gixrat,
That's brutal.
you're pretending to sleep.
This
Yeah.
full body hug.
Okay.
Yep, just,
Fast invisibility. First of all.
that way if Whaley Jack sneaks up on me, I got sight.
Yeah, I got some visibility sphere.
If nothing else, I can stick it in the ground and drag myself back.
Just in case we need it. Just in case something.
Rock is right here.
Yeah, you go there.
Yeah, so I do my casting on the invisibility sphere. And all of a sudden, sitting in my hammock, eyes closed, perfectly quote-unquote unconscious, I'm gone. You can see the hammock is doing this, and then all of a sudden it's just like... starts...
Does that mean you got out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Was that not clear? Is it
Well, like,
was like dangling and then it just... So, tiptoe through the tulips by the window. That is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips. I plant myself down in perfect sight of Rock sailing, and I watch him. And I'm crisscross on the deck, and then I cast hallucination.
What is gonna happen here?
Gosh.
All right.
Does Rock see you?
No, I'm invisible.
No, you're invisible.
Just out of sight.
Does
of me.
casting not make you visible?
Is it verbal?
I mean, if you cast and
No.
fail, you're a bard. You're gonna have some verbal. So if you
No, it's material and somatic, and also
Sweet.
like.
Oh,
I know.
nice.
Oh,
Really? Yeah. I take a piece of fabric and then I just kind of like waft it.
he takes his loot.
what is
and
the? So what is your saving throw on that
Bring
one?
invisible.
one of the strings snaps. Just.
What is your saving throw for that one? What is he saving against? Or what type of saving throw? I guess is it will.
No, I'm getting to it. What are you talking about? It's a will save.
Okay.
This is like in Minecraft. You know, if everybody sleeps, night passes really quickly. But when one person's up running around, there's no fast sleep.
Exactly.
All right. What is he saving against?
Let's see. We'll see what happens.
I'm trying to find it real quick. Where the heck is the class DC? Here, 30.
30. He does not succeed that.
Failure, or like 10 below, critical.
He got 20, so critical failure.
Oh.
So Philip, I've got a roll, but it wasn't a 1 or a 20.
Oh.
So what happens?
Oh my. Well,
Gilmore.
happy Gilmore.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so.
Sorry, that's another character.
Ha 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 ha. At the front of the deck, just within sight, he gazes past the fog, trying to keep his sails straight and true, watching for any icebergs and frozen items. All of a sudden, a deep chill runs down his spine. An old figure appears, hunched over, standing directly centerfold to the end of the ship as the fog whiffs and fades around, almost bringing her into vision. The Baba Yaga
Yaga.
appears directly before him.
I can't see. What does she look like?
So
Um,
this
I want you to dress up as her,
creepy,
then
hunched
straight.
over older woman with long, like tangled curls and long, like fingernails
mhm,
is standing there in the middle of the deck.
mhm.
Mom?
And is she just standing there, just staring
Yeah,
at him?
she's standing there and she's got her bag. And she's watching Rock in particular and she's got her hands like this.
So what does the
Nails are-
spell do to him with the critical fail?
Well, the target can attempt an initial will save with effects below. They also receive a will save to disbelieve the hallucination every time they seek or directly interact with the hallucination. For example, the target could attempt to disbelieve the hallucination each time they interacted with an elf, bumped into their brother accidentally, tried to check their pocket watch, or studied the tower, which I don't know what any of that context means. The target can attempt to disbelieve with a large circumstance bonus in situations determined by the GM, such as if the target attempted to climb like a tower, for example. And the brief summary is the target consistently detects one thing as another, can't detect something that's there, or detects something that's not there. And yeah, okay, great. Critical failure means the creature perceives what you chose until it disbelieves, and it trusts its false senses, taking a -4 circumstance penalty to saves to disbelieve.
Okay.
So a chill runs down his spine, and
Yeah.
he feels it. And she takes a piece of mushroom from her pocket and just kind of crushes it up. And then it just flutters into this purple, scintillating, reddish kind of aura, and then it just kind of like curls up around him, and then just wafts around, and then just... And he like stops for a second. And she says,
Captain Rock, why do you pass beyond the sea? You must come back to me. I know where you are. Do you know who I am?
Knowledge check.
Intelligence -4.
Captain Rock is going to, like, feeling the chill, standing there. Just the chill running through her, looking at him. He's going to look at her and, like, he's, like, got a little bit of a shake going. You can see, and he just takes a breath. And tells her that, you have no hold over me, witch. And he grabs this cane and pulls out a sword that's hidden inside of his cane and starts walking towards her.
Yes, you see,
she stops. Says,
I have a hold above all. Whether figment or not, I see all. I hear all. When you dismiss me from this place, you will not forget my luck. You will not forget my woes upon you. You will do my bidding. I swear it.
and then he's like, probably in that amount of time it takes,
He's going to get to her.
he's gonna get to her,
Yeah.
and she just disappears.
Alright, he's going to roll save with the -4 to see, because he's interacting, see if he disbelieves. But if he fails it, he's going to go to bed thinking that actually happened. So here we go. Nope, he's going to bed thinking that actually happened. So you see him like, kind of like shaking it off, like trying to shake it off, like putting the sword away and going back to the helm, but a little bit shaken, a little pensive.
Cool. I go back to bed. Sleeping cozy. Chilling in my hand.
Please let something creep up on him while he's starting to walk back to bed.
Nope. With that, you're all awakened in the morning by a Sungok Wigshall as the sun's starting to rise in the morning to let you know that you're approaching.
Is that wrong? How was your night, buddy?
It was uneasy. We have a this is going to be a hard day, but it will be
Hard day.
The world will be better for it.
The wind is rather clear. I'd say it's quite nice for sailing.
But yeah. So there's a cold breakfast prepared. Up on deck, we have all of the supplies laid out that we think we'll need. And today we're going to rescue our people.
I'm up for it.
So as all of you get up to the main deck, as he said, there's kind of a cold breakfast. Bread, some fish that had been cooked previously but now is just cold. Water, a little bit of like a grog, but you've got your berries and grass, Baryakamule.
I can
And Karzjo, you probably got raw fish too.
Are you sure? You know, a little bit of fortitude for the day ahead. If it's... that's okay. Each to his own, I presume.
So as you're all like kind of like in there like setting things up, you see the Varki warriors. They're all the four of them are all like checking bowstrings, loading arrows. They have a decent amount of rope among them, like a pretty decent amount of rope. As you're talking through, checking your weapons, getting your scythe sharpened and ready. Captain Rock's gonna show up. Captain Rock shows up. His eyes are a little bit bloodshot. He looks a little bit, yeah, like he had a rough night. But he shows up with some satchels, and we'll tell you that. So, these are your demolition kits that I had promised you, and so he hands you each one.
I like a demo kit.
Yeah.
So you did have some.
We do have some, yes. We're prepared.
Excellent news.
What I will tell you is each demolition kit has 6 seconds of fuse on it. Which is not much.
It's about this length of a whole round, I might say.
Yes, it's not much. We
Just
can,
enough time for some heroics.
Sure enough.
if you need it. With each kit, we also have an additional, a fuse that can be tied on that will give you 1 minute of burn time if you need to. Get
I'm gonna
farther
steal
away.
Gixrat's fuse and tie it to mine.
If it might be something where this will be your decision to make, but when you get in there, if you are going to collapse this tunnel, you might want to pile some of your explosive kits together and attach as many fuses as you can and give yourself as much time as possible to clear the impact area. Or you could try your luck lighting it and then running and be a hero if you want. It looks cooler when you're walking away from an explosion,
Generally speaking.
but a little bit more dangerous.
So, how many kits?
You have 5 of these kits and 1 minute spare fuse per.
It's normally a 6 second fuse.
Yeah.
Plus 1 minute. Total, or we have... Yeah.
1 minute per, so you have 5 minutes of fuse extra. So you could either do it 5 1 minute ones, or you could do.
Lots of time.
Yeah, lots of time.
Okay. Is that, who should take these?
Wait, 1 minute ones are 1 6 second?
So the fuse, the satchels come with like a 6 second fuse on it.
Gotcha.
But he's providing you each with a link that would burn for a minute.
Gotcha.
So you each have an extra spare link.
What's the weight on these? Are we each gonna carry one by weight?
I wasn't gonna say this. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad he brought it up.
That would help.
I was thinking about it though.
Give us a few more seconds.
I was considering.
You good?
This is possible.
You have no idea.
I mean, maybe that's the whole point.
So yeah, as you're out there, these satchels are pretty light. They're going to be like 1/10 of a bulk. They're pretty lightweight for the amount of charge that they have.
I was gonna take a break at 10.
And do you guys want to take a really brief break before we get into this?
Yeah.
Sure.
So let me
Sounds good.
quick check something.
I will... Maybe a soup.
What time do you work?
How late would you be wanting to go tonight?
I flutter my eyes and pat them like a dollar.
Like, it's kind of on you on when you feel like you should stop. Like, whenever you feel like it's time.
I mean, at this point, it's up to you. If you guys want to go to, you can see where the encounter is and then stop. That would be doable. That would take about 15 minutes.
I mean, we don't know how much exploring this cave we'll have before we get an encounter.
It's probably me pretty quick because there's people in there.
Yeah.
You think? What if
One
we don't
would
see any
assume.
people?
That's true. Maybe we won't see anybody. Maybe they're hiding.
Sure.
So let's keep on playing then. So
Yeah.
Pretty much longer.
Okay. So as you're standing there, there's this like the boat's like slowing down to a glide as you're coming closer to land, and you can see from here you can see the island of Kalva off the the left of the ship, off in the distance there, but just barely. There's this thick layer of fog sitting along the ocean just below the deck of the ship. And as you're coasting in, you can see that on these two spots, I guess you can't see them, Cody, but on the back of the ship, there's these doors that have been pulled open here, and there's two large ballista that are slowly being like rolled out up onto the main deck from below deck.
Very nice.
As they're preparing to do what they have to defend the ship.
I'm just, I guess, taking one of the demolition kits, assuming each person will take one too.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So with that, Nankoa is going to just get up real quick and be like, "All right. Remember, the goal here is to rescue our people, and then to seal off this cave, however possible. The further we can collapse it, the better. But just sealing this off we need to get in and collapse this tunnel, and so we'll have to be ready to make some decisions on the fly, but I'm assuming this will be well guarded and we will figure things out as we go. But remember, again, if at all possible, we need to rescue our people. Anyone who is not one of our people, any of the creatures covered in fungus, we will need to engage and destroy. Everyone should... I would recommend bringing a torch. Just beware of your explosive kits. That way we can burn bodies and not have to worry about them being pulled back together by the fungus.
Now, I keep forgetting, but when we were in the village, did a Sungok actually go and see the tunnel entrance?
He had seen a tunnel entrance.
Okay. So, a Sungok, enlighten us again. You should be leading us to this destination of this cave entrance. Did you see other controlled people around? Any guards, any signs in the area that we should be wary of?
There were, when I saw it, there were a few Kalvamen patrolling around the outside of this tunnel. So I would expect there to be some sort of guard or patrol that we would need to be wary of.
And how close were you able to get?
I was looking at it from probably 200 or 300 feet out, and not actually that close to it.
All right. We should have to be on our toes.
All right. So with that, a small boat is put in the water, and in 2 trips, easily enough, all of you are ferried over to shore. And a Sungok starts leading you inland, heading in from where you've landed. You're heading in a slightly northwestern direction. And after about 10 minutes, the group is stopped and pulled together really quick, and a Sungok was just whispering, would tell you that this entrance we're coming up to is not far, a couple 100 feet over this small ridge that you're coming up on here. So we're going to need to go in quietly from here. but this is the direction. We just need to go over this hill and we'll be there. So from here we need to tread quietly and be ready for anything. So with that, can I get everybody to make a stealth check?
Oh boy.
So can I lead the group and go way ahead of them because of this? I am hero pointing that. This die is going.
Oh, there's a 1, Phillip!
Oh!
We have a 1!
Let's go.
I'm sorry, this die is going to go to jail at this point.
Yikes.
Let me use the hero point.
This is going to end us in a bit of an awkward situation.
19. That's a lot better. That is a total of... What is that?
Just your it'd be dex.
So that's a 41 stealth check.
41 is really
And
good.
I'm going to stealth ahead
Just
of
dex.
everybody. I'm going to go like a good distance ahead.
He can't even see himself.
Yeah, he's just like...
I left my scythe at the boat.
You sure?
Okay.
You can't be stealthy with a scythe, bro.
Alright.
Unless it's a hand scythe, like the little mini ones, like a sickle.
It's sort of like a little hook.
I'm contemplating my role. I have Terrain Stalker, so I can sneak up to people within 15 feet without avoiding notice during exploration, as long as they aren't actively searching or on guard. Are they guarding the tunnel?
What's the train here?
I think you have to roll perception for that.
As of right now, you wouldn't know if they were guarding the tunnel. You'd assume they were, but you wouldn't know for sure.
Is it snow terrain?
It is snow terrain, yes.
Okay, so I can sneak up a little.
And
So you can do sneaking.
another reason why I'm going ahead is because I'm wearing the
white pelt.
the white pelt from the aglet or adlet, whatever
Yeah.
it is. I have a white pelt.
Oh yeah.
So this next level, I can get something that's like a group sneak
Sorry, I
where
should've went this direction.
we can all roll, and you use the lowest modifier, but we all have decent stealth. But you use the lowest modifier, and everyone rolls, and you take the highest roll and apply the lowest modifier.
That's
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a hero point and reroll that one.
Okay.
That's better.
And I think that would be helpful in this circumstance because, like, if someone goes lumbering behind because they rolled an natty 1, we don't want that.
Yeah.
What is it? Where is the...
Alright, so stealth checks. Is anyone below... How many people were below 27? How far below? What did you get? 16. Okay.
I got 18.
18. Okay.
You are not stealthy.
You guys are not stealthy.
I don't want to take that trait because
Yeah.
then every
Well,
one
yeah.
of us is going to do terrible.
I got a 25.
25. Alright.
Yeah.
So
It's good to
41.
know.
Yeah.
How did you do, Jason?
34.
34. Alright, so your party of Varki all ended up in one of them with a 27, you had two 28s, a 29, like a 35. So they're all like a little bit higher.
We're
Are we
gonna
gonna like
Yeah.
spread out from here? And
You can a little bit, so
different sides.
So Zach is heading ahead. Right?
yeah.
We want to sneak and just kind of like see them before they see us.
Yeah.
And then figure out what direction. I would assume.
So Karzjo, Elthoron, and
Yeah, see.
Asumgok is sneaking with you. As you kind of clear the ridge, what you see is, if this is your map, there is a
Can you read
hole
it?
in the ground. Like
It's really bright. Can I turn screen?
there.
Yeah, as long as
Oh, this is-
it's not that bright, but
No, it just bothers me so much. I don't know why. Yeah, like I don't know why.
I have orange light turned on.
Where there's this massive, like, molehill of a hole, like, with the brown earth piled up in rock on the snow.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
And you're coming from this direction over here.
Which
Over here. Yep. And you're all coming from this side over here. Like, you're on
yeah.
this end over here.
Always can roll, so that's such a- I see.
You take the lowest modifier. but the
And so as
highest
you're coming
roll.
up,
Yeah.
what you see out there,
Which, that sucks with him because
Are.
he's like a 2.
Yeah.
If he had anything
Well-
better,
Well, actually, if you follow the expert, you do get a bonus. You do get a bonus.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't remember how much it was, but I think it's like. I think it's as much.
It
can't
depends on how you play it, right? Do you play it? You're following. Do you
they're
play
all
one
axes and
person's
swords.
guy
Yeah,
scout?
they're all
Do
axes
you
and
play it
swords.
It's the same ones we used in the last
Sword
encounter.
Scout?
except these ones are
Yeah.
painted.
Because I
I think-
think tell the truth.
Yeah. I think my
Oh,
assumption
dude, this guy
would
has
be-
an epic helmet.
Yeah.
And he has a skull on his
I
shoulder.
just haven't taken the time to actually paint them all.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love these guys. I
So
love
there
them.
are, what you see cresting the hill are 5 of these zombie fungus.
Oh.
But
Oh my. Oh yeah, you haven't seen these before.
yeah, you haven't gotten to see them before.
Oh yeah. No, these are great. I love these. Oh my.
And remember, I have
What
the
do you want this?
Sneak savant.
sneak savant.
I
So
don't
like,
think you
unless
see
they're
where you wanna put it
actively
back
looking
over
for
the
me,
Oh,
it's
no,
I'm
you
almost.
killed it. We'll have to go back on later.
Oh, I'm so
What
sorry.
did you do?
Broke the legs off it.
Oh,
Daniel.
Where's the super glue?
It's downstairs.
Don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
Because we're not gonna do the
We're not
fight
playing
right now.
right.
We're seeing what it is.
Do you have any poster party up here?
I don't have any with me up here.
Okay, no base.
Let's do it tomorrow. Let him. He'll be laying on the ground.
No, he's got no base.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Let's
Doesn't
have
need
a
a base. Nice. Did you take out his boot?
Oh, there's a snake in my boot.
So yeah, this is what you see.
So we're hanging back. And
Where
this is
where are
a
we coming from?
You
Like
are
here?
coming. You're up in here someplace.
No,
Okay. And I'm a sneaky boy.
Yes.
You're already like here.
Is this tall grass or low grass?
This is all snow. I'm just using this map as what I have.
Oh. So
it is snow here.
if I'm army crawling, I look like the snow.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could.
I mean, you are.
Well, I mean,
the
Sneak
snow.
Savant
You
lets
are
you
the
get
snow.
how
It's not
close?
that you look like it. You are.
Huh?
Sneak Savant won't let you get how close?
It doesn't have a.
You can just
range.
get right up to
it. I love the sword.
Sneak savant is unless they're actively
The runes on
looking
the
for
sword.
me, then
Oh, yeah.
it's almost impossible to find me. It
Good
is.
detail.
I know.
It's almost impossible to spot you without taking effort to look.
You're
When you
thinking
roll
about
a
being
failure
able to
on the
resolution
sneak
of, like,
action, you get
30%.
success instead. You can
Right.
still critically fail.
Printer with
Okay.
like
So it's basically
4K
like
resolution, which is like almost double.
unless they are trying to find me
That's good
specifically,
enough, though, for
they're not
this
gonna look and see me.
thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
You're not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
notice.
How much more detail? you
And
need?
these guys are not actively trying to find me.
How small can your paintbrush really
You would
be?
have to have the file that's even more detailed.
I have
The
a.
beginning.
I wonder how the washes would look in 4K.
They look really good. You just got to be careful with how you apply them. A lot of times, what people do is they use those high resolution files so they can print them at larger scales. Because a lot of them files, like you blow them up and they look really bad because they were
Sure.
designed at small displays.
Okay.
There's not very well. They're not all painted. I got a bunch of painting to do tonight and tomorrow, but
So
well, some stuff for tomorrow.
I love
But
them.
yeah, what are you doing? Are we jumping into the first round of combat? Are we waiting for tomorrow?
I have so remember guys, these trolls acid and fire are they do we not know what type of trolls or are they the same type of
They
trolls?
look like frost trolls from here.
Okay. So remember acid and fire are the two things that can neutralize their healing.
are all of these covered in orange?
They are.
And alchemist so fire itself can burn some of the fungus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're yeah, but so what I'm saying is alchemist fire can do double damage to the trolls for the well, not necessarily damage, but it'll burn the fungus too, and weaken the fungus hold. And I think I have a couple alchemist fire.
Do we want to get into a couple rounds? Or
I have 2
finish it up tonight?
alchemist
I think
fires.
with this main
Moderate.
one round would take like half an hour.
Yeah, I just.
I mean,
No worries.
Okay.
No worries.
All right.
Pick up here tomorrow.
No biggie. Sounds good.
And we'll try and get on as early as possible. Yeah. Let's aim for as early as we can.
Yeah.
We want to start playing, like actually playing by 7:30 if possible. But
Yeah.
cool.
I'm okay to start.
I
So-
don't think the grad party should take more than 2 hours.
Yeah. So Daniel has a grad party and that's the only thing is as long as he's able to get done with his
I
grad
should be
party.
there.
Well-
I'm guessing I would be back like 6:45, so maybe we can even start
So
at like
we
So
can
if
try
you
to
guys,
be-
if you guys come over at like 6 at least, and then once you're like on your way, like within half an hour or something.
Yeah.
We might as well get things up and running, and then we can do any of the discussing that we need to do beforehand, and then Gixrat will just have to get into it without the discussion.
Oh, dude,
and
just
do what he
full
do.
send it, bro. I'm an improv artist.
He just do what he do.
I'm just doing what I do.
I've got a softball game Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to be in the lab Sunday evening.
Yeah. So it's really mostly tomorrow that we have to play.
This was fun though. I really enjoyed. I'm gonna take the video or the section where I fill the cup with fog and try and prank you, and I'm gonna highlight it because it was perfect. It's so funny. We should do like highlight videos.
We sure can. All right, Parker. Closing remarks.
Yeah, with that, thank you for hanging out and watching with us. Thank you for playing with us, everyone.
Yes,
Sorry we got a little bit of a late start, but we're going to jump in and grind out some pretty crazy combat tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. So, we'll see you tomorrow around 6:30.
I'm gonna die.
All right.
Okay, bye.